What is going on, guys? So if you were to Google Tesla prices, you are more likely to see that they have been slashing prices at a significant margin within the past 24 hours in the US. And then they've been doing more or less the same overseas the past couple of weeks as well. But I just want to focus on the US today. So we're going to look at this article here, and do keep in mind I'm going to make sure that I link all the information that I'm showing you down in the description below. Amid demand concerns, Tesla cuts prices by up to 13,000 in the US, which is pretty significant. And I can talk a little bit about my theories of why they did this. So we can just scroll down to the chart down here, and do keep in mind that this is not the same across everyone in the world. This is specific to the US. So if you are in a different country, you might have to look into the specific prices of what Tesla has done. So for the Model 3, just to keep things a lot easier for me to say, I'm just going to say 46.9. That just means 46,990. So the price used to be 46.9 and now it's 43.9, so that is a price difference of $3,000. The performance model, which is very interesting, is dropped down from 62.9 to 53.9, meaning that it does qualify for the EV tax credit, which I will talk about in a few. The Model Y saw a significant price drop from 65.9 to 52.9, which also means that the Model Y 5-seater qualifies for the EV tax credit. And then the Model Y Performance went from 69.9 to 56.9. The Model S and the X also saw price cuts. I'm probably not going to talk about the specifics of their cuts because it's kind of whatever for them, because I feel like people at that price point, you know, $20,000 is not that big of a difference. But I mean, the Plaid models did see a significant drop. The regular models saw a drop from like $10,000. It does suck if you recently bought a Tesla, because if you bought one, like, let's say like 2 days ago, you are probably angry that Tesla is now doing these price cuts. But you know, that's what the whole buyer's paper is for, with a whole bunch of legal terms that make you not able to return the car. But anyway, so that is it in a nutshell. So just know overall, Tesla has been doing price cuts to their vehicles, and this is mainly for the Model Y, I would say, to qualify for the new EV tax credit. So this is the IRS's website, and this basically gives a breakdown of the official prices that or I should say the official vehicles and models that qualify for the tax credit. So you can look at any company here. You can see Ford, they have the Mach-E, the Ford F-150 Lightning. They have other companies. So for example, even though the EV6 is a vehicle, it does not qualify because it mainly has to be made in the US. Here are the regulations and the rules here. But let's just go down to Tesla here. And you'll notice that Model 3 is pretty much $55,000 across the board. Doesn't really matter what model it is. But the Model Y is where it gets a little bit interesting, because the 7-seater is considered an SUV, but the 5-seater is considered a sedan, which is kind of weird because in terms of dimensions to its competitors, it doesn't really make sense. But I don't know how to say this without getting too political, but it's like Americans like Tesla, but the people who run America don't like Tesla. So they try to make laws that limit Tesla's growth, if that makes sense. So essentially what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter what party they are, Democratic, Republic. I just think neither party really wants Tesla to grow. I'll leave it at that. You can make your own decision on that. But basically, with these price cuts, with the Model Y now being below that $55,000 threshold, it does qualify for that $7,500 tax credit. Now, Tesla also makes it really easy for people to see what qualifies for the tax credit and what doesn't. So I always recommend, if you are on the Tesla website, to click on purchase price instead of potential savings, because potential savings has all the added costs that you're getting saved from gas, which doesn't really translate to monetary value for what you pay up front. But purchase price, as you can see here, the price changes on the right hand side. The long range is now 52.9, and you can do some customization. So let's say I want to throw in the silver, and I want to have the same wheels, and I want the white interior. I'm at 54.9. If I were to scroll down to the very bottom, it does show here that my design qualifies for the $7,500 tax credit. Now, if you start doing modifications that are past that $5,500 tax credit, or I should say purchase price, for example, if I wanted the black, which is an extra $500, it will not have this check mark showing that you qualify. So do keep that in mind. I believe across the board, it doesn't matter what design you have for the performance model, it is not going to count because it is past that $55,000 threshold. But if you were, oh, it doesn't even come in the 7-seater anymore. So that kind of sucks. I guess it makes sense for performance. You don't really care about back passengers. But if I were to move over to the Model 3, the Model 3 is actually a really good deal right now, I would say, if you get like the base model. It is unfortunate that the Model 3 long range isn't an option. I guess they're still working on, I don't know, can't really think right now, but they're working on something is basically what I'm trying to say. So let's say I get the base model with the red paint, upgraded sport wheels, wide interior. I still qualify for this tax credit, but what I think is a really, really good deal until the long range comes back on market is that the performance model now qualifies for that tax credit, which is crazy. So you can get the performance model and still get $7,500 tax credit. Now, I would say until the long range comes back, this is what people should get if they want that bigger battery. But when the long range comes back, my recommendation is just choose the long range and then just get that acceleration boost. And you're more or less getting the performance model without the upgraded wheels and the brakes and the upgraded software as well that has like the track mode and stuff like that. So that is pretty much just a recap of the new prices that Tesla has put out as of January 13th. Once again, do keep in mind that this is in the US, but price cuts have been happening over the past couple of weeks worldwide. But if you guys want to talk in the comments about your experience buying Tesla, I bought my Model S last year in April, and I'm just gonna have a video on that, once that year is up. But if the setup is a little bit different, it's because I'm not in my apartment, I'm back at home. So, it is what it is. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below. I'll try to answer them as best as I can. Yes, this is still the M1 MacBook Air that I'm still using with the D brand skin on the bottom and top. And as always, guys, much love. Woo!